What is drug repositioning in pharmacy? A. Developing new drugs from scratch. B. Finding new uses for existing drugs. C. Testing drugs on animals. D. Prescribing medication for patients. The correct answer is B. Drug repositioning involves finding new therapeutic uses for existing drugs. What is a key advantage of drug repositioning over traditional drug development? A. Lower regulatory requirements. B. Faster time to market. C. Lower research costs. D. Easier clinical trials. The correct answer is B. Drug repositioning typically has a faster time to market than developing new drugs. Which of the following is a potential challenge in drug repositioning? A. Limited patent protection. B. Slower clinical trials. C. High research costs. D. Fewer regulatory hurdles. The correct answer is A. One challenge in drug repositioning is limited patent protection for the new indication. How can big data analysis aid in drug repositioning efforts? A. Identifying new potential drug-disease relationships. B. Speeding up drug manufacturing. C. Reducing the cost of clinical trials. D. Improving drug shelf life. The correct answer is A. Big data analysis can help identify new potential drug-disease relationships. This may lead to successful repositioning opportunities. Which regulatory agency oversees the approval of repositioned drugs in the United States? A. World Health Organization, WHO. B. European Medicines Agency, EMA. C. Food and Drug Administration, FDA. D. National Institutes of Health, NIH. The correct answer is C. The FDA is responsible for approving repositioned drugs in the United States. What is a key consideration when exploring drug repositioning opportunities? A. Potential economic impact. B. Patient age demographics. C. Availability of medical supplies. D. Length of medical school training. The correct answer is A. Understanding the potential economic impact is important when considering drug repositioning opportunities. Which term describes finding new uses for existing drugs? A. Pharmacokinetics. B. Drug repositioning. C. Pharmacogenomics. D. Drug metabolism. The correct answer is B. Drug repositioning involves seeking new applications for existing drugs. What is pharmacovigilance in the context of drug repositioning? A. Monitoring drug safety post-repositioning. B. Developing new drugs from scratch. C. Marketing repositioned drugs. D. Testing drugs on animals. The correct answer is A. Pharmacovigilance involves monitoring the safety and effectiveness of drugs after they're released to ensure patient safety. Which of the following is a strategy commonly used in drug repositioning? A. High throughput screening. B. Manual drug synthesis. C. Ignoring existing data. D. Limited patient trials. The correct answer is A. High throughput screening is a common strategy in drug repositioning to identify potential new uses for existing drugs. What role does bioinformatics play in drug repositioning? A. Analyzing patient behavior. B. Studying biological data. C. Creating new drugs. D. Regulating drug prices. The correct answer is B. Bioinformatics is used to study biological data and identify potential new uses for existing drugs through drug repositioning. Which factor can contribute to the success of a drug repositioning effort? A. Limited data availability. B. High cost of repositioning. C. Strong scientific rationale. D. No involvement of patients. The correct answer is C. A strong scientific rationale can contribute to the success of a drug repositioning effort by supporting the case for repositioning. What is a potential benefit of repurposing drugs for rare diseases via repositioning? A. Increasing the cost of treatment. B. Limiting patient access. C. Providing treatment options. D. Neglecting healthcare disparities. The correct answer is C. Repurposing drugs for rare diseases through repositioning can provide treatment options for patients with limited options. How can real-world data contribute to drug repositioning efforts? A. By limiting the scope of repositioning. B. By providing insight into drug effectiveness. C. By slowing down the repositioning process. D. By excluding patient experiences. The correct answer is B. Real-world data can provide valuable insights into real-world drug effectiveness and aid in drug repositioning efforts. Which factor may pose a challenge to securing investment for drug repositioning projects? A. Limited market potential. B. Strong scientific evidence. C. Existing patent protection. D. High patient demand. The correct answer is A. Limited market potential may pose a challenge to securing investment for drug repositioning projects due to uncertain returns on investment. In drug repositioning, what is an off-label use of a drug? A. A use approved by the FDA. B. A use mentioned on the drug label. C. A use outside the approved indications. D. A common and expected use. The correct answer is C. An off-label use of a drug refers to using the drug outside its approved indications. This is common in drug repositioning efforts. What role can patient feedback play in drug repositioning efforts? A. No role, as patients are not involved in repositioning. B. Providing insights into drug effectiveness. C. Slowing down the repositioning process. D. Excluding certain drugs from repositioning. The correct answer is B. Patient feedback can provide valuable insights into drug effectiveness and help guide drug repositioning efforts effectively. Which regulatory agency in Europe oversees the approval of repositioned drugs? A. EMA. B. FDA. C. NICE. D. MHRA. The correct answer is A. The European Medicines Agency, or EMA, oversees the approval of repositioned drugs in Europe. What is the primary goal of drug repositioning in pharmacy? A. Increasing drug prices. B. Developing new chemical entities. C. Finding new uses for existing drugs. D. Expanding pharmaceutical market share. The correct answer is C. Drug repositioning aims to find new therapeutic uses for existing drugs, saving time and resources compared to developing new chemical entities. Which of the following is a potential benefit of drug repositioning for pharmaceutical companies? A. Lower development costs. B. Decreased regulatory hurdles. C. No need for clinical trials. D. Guaranteed market exclusivity. The correct answer is A. One of the key benefits of drug repositioning is lower development costs, because existing drugs have already undergone some level of testing. In which stage of drug development is drug repositioning typically applied? A. Lead optimization. B. Preclinical testing. C. Phase 2 clinical trials. D. Post-marketing surveillance. The correct answer is D. Drug repositioning is often applied during post-marketing surveillance, where new uses for existing drugs are discovered. How does drug repositioning contribute to sustainability in the pharmaceutical industry? A. By reducing research and development costs. B. By increasing the number of new drug approvals. C. By extending patent protection for existing drugs. D. By bypassing regulatory approval processes. The correct answer is A. Drug repositioning can lead to sustainability by reducing the high costs associated with developing new drugs from scratch. Which factor is important to consider when repurposing a drug for a new indication through repositioning? A. Market exclusivity length. B. Safety and efficacy profiles. C. Patient age demographics. D. Availability of generic versions. The correct answer is B. When repurposing a drug for a new indication, considering its safety and efficacy profiles in the context of that new use is crucial. How can pharmacogenomics aid in drug repositioning efforts? A. By identifying genetic markers for drug response. B. By accelerating clinical trial timelines. C. By determining drug metabolism rates. D. By assessing drug side effects. The correct answer is A. Pharmacogenomics can help identify genetic markers that may predict how individuals respond to a drug. This is valuable in drug repositioning efforts. Which of the following challenges may arise when repositioning a drug for a new indication? A. Existing patent protections. B. Limited marketing opportunities. C. Lack of regulatory guidelines. D. Resistance from healthcare providers. The correct answer is C. A challenge in drug repositioning can be the lack of clear regulatory guidelines for approving drugs for new indications, potentially delaying the process. What is the role of retrospective data analysis in drug repositioning efforts? A. Identifying new drug targets. B. Predicting long-term drug effects. C. Discovering new patient populations. D. Assessing real-world treatment outcomes. The correct answer is D. Retrospective data analysis can help assess real-world treatment outcomes of existing drugs, guiding decisions on their repositioning for new uses. Why is collaboration between academic researchers and pharmaceutical companies important in drug repositioning projects? A. To decrease competition in the market. B. To share resources and expertise. C. To bypass regulatory approval processes. D. To reduce costs of clinical trials. The correct answer is B. Collaboration allows for the sharing of resources, expertise, and data, which can enhance the success of drug repositioning projects. What is one of the main benefits of drug repositioning in pharmacy? A. Lower cost compared to traditional drug development. B. Higher likelihood of novel drug discovery. C. Faster regulatory approval process. D. Increased market exclusivity for the drug. The correct answer is A. One of the main benefits of drug repositioning is its lower cost compared to traditional drug development. In which stage of drug development is repositioning typically applied? A. Preclinical research. B. Phase 1 clinical trials. C. Phase 2 clinical trials. D. Post-marketing surveillance. The correct answer is D. Drug repositioning is typically applied in the post-marketing surveillance stage of the drug development process. How can real-world data contribute to drug repositioning efforts? A. By providing insights into drug safety and efficacy in real-world settings. B. By expediting the regulatory approval process for repositioned drugs. C. By identifying novel drug targets for repositioning. D. By ensuring market exclusivity for the repositioned drug. The correct answer is A. Real-world data can contribute to drug repositioning efforts by providing insights into drug safety and efficacy in real-world settings. What is a potential benefit of repurposing drugs for rare diseases via drug repositioning? A. Increased competition in the pharmaceutical market. B. Accelerated drug development timelines for rare diseases. C. Lower research and development costs for pharmaceutical companies. D. Enhanced visibility and reputation for the repositioned drug. The correct answer is B. A potential benefit of repurposing drugs for rare diseases via drug repositioning is accelerated drug development timelines for rare diseases. What role does bioinformatics play in drug repositioning efforts? A. Identifying potential new indications for existing drugs. B. Analyzing genetic data to predict drug responses. C. Interpreting clinical trial results for repositioned drugs. D. Ensuring compliance with regulatory standards. The correct answer is B. Bioinformatics plays a role in drug repositioning efforts by analyzing genetic data to predict drug responses. Why is collaboration between academic researchers and pharmaceutical companies important in drug repositioning projects? A. To secure funding for repositioning projects. B. To speed up the drug development process. C. To leverage complementary expertise and resources. D. To ensure market exclusivity for the repositioned drug. The correct answer is C. Collaboration between academic researchers and pharmaceutical companies is important in drug repositioning projects to leverage complementary expertise and resources. What is the primary goal of drug repositioning in pharmacy? A. To extend market exclusivity for existing drugs. B. To reduce development costs for new drugs. C. To identify new therapeutic indications for existing drugs. D. To increase competition in the pharmaceutical market. The correct answer is C. The primary goal of drug repositioning is to identify new therapeutic indications for existing drugs. Which factor is important to consider when repurposing a drug for a new indication through repositioning? A. Market exclusivity for the repositioned drug. B. Patient preferences for off-label use. C. Drug safety and efficacy in the new indication. D. Potential for cost savings in drug development. The correct answer is C. When repurposing a drug for a new indication through repositioning, it is important to consider the drug's safety and efficacy in that new indication. What is drug repositioning primarily focused on achieving in pharmacy? A. Discovering new drugs. B. Finding new uses for existing drugs. C. Testing experimental medications. D. Finding new uses for existing drugs. The correct answer is B. Drug repositioning involves identifying new therapeutic uses for existing drugs. This offers potential benefits such as cost savings, reduced development time, and improved patient outcomes. Which of the following is a common benefit of drug repositioning for pharmaceutical companies? A. Increased development costs. B. Extended patent protection. C. Decreased market share. D. Expensive clinical trials. The correct answer is B. Drug repositioning can offer pharmaceutical companies extended patent protection for existing drugs when used for new indications, allowing for additional market exclusivity and revenue generation. What is an essential factor to consider when repurposing a drug for a new indication through repositioning? A. Chemical complexity of the drug. B. Cost of clinical trials. C. Toxicity concerns. D. Understanding the drug's mechanism of action. The correct answer is D. Understanding a drug's mechanism of action is crucial for repurposing it. This knowledge helps identify therapeutic overlaps and guides decision-making. How can real-world data contribute to drug repositioning efforts? A. By increasing the cost of research and development. B. By providing insights into real-world drug usage and outcomes. C. By hindering regulatory approval processes. D. By eliminating the need for clinical trials. The correct answer is B. Real-world data offers valuable insights into drug use in practice, patient outcomes, and potential off-label uses. This information helps identify new repositioning opportunities and guides decision-making. Which regulatory agency oversees the approval of repositioned drugs in the United States? A. EMA. B. FDA. C. NICE. D. EMA. The correct answer is B. The Food and Drug Administration, or FDA, in the United States is responsible for evaluating and approving repositioned drugs for new indications, ensuring their safety and efficacy for patient use. What role does bioinformatics play in drug repositioning efforts? A. Identifying new chemical entities. B. Analyzing large-scale biological data. C. Designing clinical trials. D. Formulating drug pricing strategies. The correct answer is B. Bioinformatics plays a crucial role in drug repositioning. It analyzes large-scale biological data. This helps identify potential drug-target interactions, pathways, and mechanisms. This information then informs repositioning strategies and decision-making processes. What is a potential challenge in drug repositioning endeavors? A. Limited patent protection. B. Lack of available data. C. High development costs. D. Rapid regulatory approval. The correct answer is B. One potential challenge in drug repositioning is the availability and quality of data needed to support repositioning decisions. Access to diverse datasets and comprehensive information is essential for successful repositioning initiatives. What is a key advantage of drug repositioning over traditional drug development? A. Lower research and development costs. B. Shorter time to market. C. Guaranteed success in clinical trials. D. Minimal regulatory oversight. The correct answer is A. The advantage of drug repositioning is lower research and development costs compared to traditional drug development. Repurposing existing drugs leads to faster and more cost-effective development. What term describes finding new uses for existing drugs? A. Drug repositioning. B. Drug repurposing. C. Drug rediscovery. D. Drug reevaluation. The correct answer is B. Drug repurposing is the term used to describe the process of identifying and exploring new therapeutic applications for existing drugs, offering opportunities for innovation and improved patient care. How can pharmacogenomics aid in drug repositioning efforts? A. By reducing clinical trial duration. B. By identifying patient subpopulations for targeted therapies. C. By accelerating regulatory approval processes. D. By increasing drug manufacturing efficiency. The correct answer is B. Pharmacogenomics can play a valuable role in drug repositioning by identifying specific genetic variations in patient populations that may respond better to repositioned drugs. This personalized approach can guide targeted therapy development and enhance treatment outcomes. What is one advantage of repurposing existing drugs for new indications, instead of developing new drugs from scratch? A. Lower cost. B. Higher revenue potential. C. Faster regulatory approval. D. Reduced market competition. The correct answer is A. Repurposing existing drugs for new uses can be more cost-effective than developing new drugs from scratch, because the initial research and safety information are already available. What is the primary goal of drug repositioning in pharmacy? A. To identify new therapeutic uses for existing drugs. B. To speed up the drug development process. C. To replace traditional drug development entirely. D. To reduce the need for regulatory approval. The correct answer is A. The primary goal of drug repositioning is to identify new therapeutic uses for existing drugs, expanding their utility and potentially benefiting patient populations. How can real-world data help us reuse existing drugs in pharmacy? A. By showing us how drugs are used after they're on the market. B. By speeding up the drug approval process. C. By lowering the costs of clinical trials. D. By making regulatory approval easier. The correct answer is A. Real-world data can provide valuable insights into post-market drug use, helping identify potential new indications and supporting drug repositioning efforts. What role does pharmacovigilance play in drug repositioning trends in pharmacy? A. Ensuring accurate labeling of repositioned drugs. B. Assessing the efficacy of clinical trials. C. Monitoring adverse effects of repositioned drugs. D. Accelerating the approval of new indications. The correct answer is C. Pharmacovigilance plays a crucial role in monitoring and assessing the adverse effects of repositioned drugs to ensure patient safety and regulatory compliance. Which regulatory agency oversees the approval of repositioned drugs in Europe, ensuring their safety and efficacy for new uses? A. EMA, the European Medicines Agency. B. FDA, the Food and Drug Administration. C. WHO, the World Health Organization. D. CDC, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. The correct answer is A. The EMA, that's the European Medicines Agency, oversees the approval of repositioned drugs in Europe, ensuring their safety and efficacy for new indications. What factor can contribute to the success of a drug repositioning effort by leveraging existing biological data and drug target interactions? A. Patient population diversity. B. Government funding initiatives. C. Precision medicine approaches. D. Bioinformatics analysis tools. The correct answer is D. Less than break time equals 1s greater than. Leveraging existing biological data and drug target interactions through bioinformatics analysis tools can contribute to the success of drug repositioning efforts. Less than break time equals 1s greater than. These tools provide valuable insights and predictions. In drug repositioning, what term describes finding new uses for existing drugs? A. Drug repositioning. B. Drug repurposing. C. Pharmacovigilance. D. Big data analysis. The correct answer is B. The process of identifying and developing new therapeutic uses for existing drugs is often referred to as drug repurposing. What potential benefits can drug repositioning offer pharmaceutical companies seeking new revenue streams and market opportunities? Reduced research and development costs. Expedited drug approval timelines. Increased patent exclusivity periods. Enhanced marketing strategies. The correct answer is A. Drug repositioning can offer pharmaceutical companies the potential benefit of reduced research and development costs compared to developing new drugs, leading to new revenue streams and market opportunities. How can computational modeling help find new uses for old drugs by predicting how drugs interact with targets and uncovering potential new uses? A. Optimizing clinical trial designs. B. Identifying new off-label uses. C. Accelerating regulatory approvals. D. Predicting drug efficacy and safety profiles. The correct answer is D. Computational modeling can assist in drug repositioning efforts by predicting drug target interactions and potential new indications for existing drugs, enhancing decision-making processes and reducing development risks.